everyone. It's my great pleasure to share this with you at this 14th International Conference on Web Services and Semantic Technology. What I want to share today is our new research on the digital humanistic path of overseas displaced archives, taking the application of the MIS platform as an example. MIS, our self-developed platform through which we can think about how to unleash the value of images. First of all, please allow me to introduce myself and school. I am Xin Ying, a PhD candidate at the Information Resource Management School in Renming University of China. The school is a member of the I-School and has a strong international academic influence. Now, allow me to briefly introduce my team. We have a diverse team that comes with academic backgrounds of digital humanistics, library science, archival science, and information science. I will introduce my research from three aspects. First, the research design. Second, the empirical case analysis. Third, the summary and the prospect. First, let me introduce the research design and what the displaced archival is. The displaced archival refers to the phenomenon that the archival historical and cultural heritage of the original archival country, which is lost to other countries due to war, colonialism, armed conflict, territorial change, theft, cultural plunder, etc., resulting in disputes over the ownerships of archives. Since the mid-17th century, international rules for handling displaced archives began to be established, which were used until the Second World War. The main contents include, first, all treaties and the provisions concerning the change of territorial sovereignty involve the return and exchange and the return of displaced archives. Second, the documents which are necessary to exercise sovereignty and guarantee the administrative continuity. Third, the archives displaced during the period of non-sovereign independence should be returned at the time of national independence. Fourth, the archives that were plundered and separated during the war should be returned to their original owners after the war. The basic principles for the international community to deal with the dispute over the ownerships of displaced archives, which were put forward in the international conventions and the international organization documents, include the principle of provenance of the principle, or the principle of origin or integrity, the principle of sovereignty in traceability, the principle of security first, the principle of international cooperation, etc. After the Second World War, the voices of archives should go with the national flag and return to the original owner were increasingly rising, and the problem of the return and transfer of archives became increasingly serious. In the late 1940s, international organizations represented by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization sought to solve the dispute over the protection and cultural property and the ownership of archives during wars and special times. For example, United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization discussed the issue of displaced archives at the 14th, 16th, 17th, 19th, and 20th sessions of the General Conference, conventioning for the protection of cultural property in the event of armed conflict, and the protocol for the protection of cultural property in the event of armed conflict, which were passed by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization in Huger during 1955. 54 established the principles and the requirements for the protection of cultural property, including archives in times of war and armed conflict. And according to historic reasons, many precious archives of our country, China, are scattered overseas, including many real historical archives. It is established that the number of exist millions of volumes, mainly distributed in Japan, Southeast Asia, Europe, and North America. Historic archives stored overseas are an important witness to the splendid Chinese culture. It is an indispensable part of works to clarifying the development of Chinese civilization. With the help of the multi-dimensional image intelligence system, the MIS platform, this study hopes to provide a brand new research model and resource utilization ecology for these precious archives. Thus, it improves the use value of overseas displaced archives, helps archives displaced abroad return home in a special way, promotes cultural cohesion and centripetal force, strengthens the cultural foundation, and promotes cultural confidence construction. And what's the misses? The second, I will introduce what the MIS platform is. The full name of MIS is a multi-dimensional image smart system, which is an image application platform that integrates functions of image uploading, management, publishing, organization, annotation, sharing, and reuse. At present, the platform website is mainly in Chinese language, and we will consider internationalization in the next step. Currently, the MIS platform offers the online browsing of over 700 of collections. On that, those collections are classified into certain types, such as manuscripts, traditional Chinese paintings, oil paintings, and calligraphy. Now, the open collections on our platform are the Chinese paintings and Chinese calligraphy. For small size images, users can upload them directly and then create a manifest online. While for large size images, we recommend offline conversion of image formats for efficient experience. So what's obtain the resource for the MIS platform? Data in the MIS platform can be created by users themselves or imported from the IIIF resources. Here is a list of institutions whose IIIF resources can be imported and reused in the MIS platform. Based on understanding and mastering the current situations and spreading history of overseas displaced archives, digitalize archives of a specific region or a group with special significance as the research object, providing a reference to carry out mass photocopying digital return, and utilization of overseas displaced archives. The structure of knowledge related to organizing displaced archives is carried out through ontology and knowledge graph using popular digital humanity technology. The semantic annotation and deep organization of image archive content are combined with the IIIF framework and web annotation model using the MIS platform based on semantic annotation of image archives, relate and combine knowledge, people, place, time, event related to different data sets, sources, eliminate information solids between different archival resources to realize the serialization of archives across time and space. And now let me introduce to you what the IIIF is. The IIIF is an open standard for delivering high quality attributed digital objects online and at scale. It also an international community developing and implementing the triple APIs backed by a consortium of leading academic and cultural institutions. IIIF is founded by a 60-member global consortium and delivered by aggregators, research institutions, national libraries, archives, museums, software companies, and digital agencies around the world. IIIF is an emerging set of standards for sharing structure, metadata about digital materials focused around a set of 6 APIs. The IIIF standard provides ways to access, view, search, and share digital images, audio, and videos. I won't go to details about the IIIF framework, as you can refer to the official instruction manual. We have some concepts to understand briefly, the most important of which is manifest. A manifest is a file that can be simply viewed as an ordered combination of images. A manifest file may consist of one of multiple organization images. Of course, there are many hierarchies and specifications when organization such as canvas, arrange, annotation page, etc. As more and more cultural heritage institutions are presenting their collections using the IIIF framework, when accessing these collections, we've wondered if there could be a platform that would allow users to add resources that were interested in and reorganize them as needed. Now let me show you the research design and the methodology of the link date. You know, as you watch, as our graph shows, the typical process framework of the linked date system, which is mainly divided into two parts: the generation and the consumption of RDF data. And now let me show you the research design and methodology of the ontology. You can see that the first part is the date dump. The second part is date publishing and date view. The third part is date archive. And the fourth part is the date search. And second, I will show you the empirical case analysis of our research. As you can see, the empirical case analysis include four parts. The first is the one-click lower technical threshold. The second is the multimodal annotation for close reading. The third is the symbolosis between images and text. The fourth is the infrastructure, construction, and transmission of overseas displaced archives. Here, taking as an example of the collection archives of Keio University Library, Harvard Library, Tokyo University Library, and Chester Betty online integration of the resources of these institutions is made in the MIS platform. The first, import the manifest URI address of the archival resources of the four institutions into the MIS platform during integration. The second, after importing the resources of each institution can be presented independently. That is, a new manifest URI address can be generated in the MIS platform. The third, select the manifest of resources of these institutions in MIS to generate a new collection. And now you can see is the collection of classical archives preview, as you can see in the picture. And now you can see the full text of the Virgil suture as the picture shows. Second, I will summary and make a prospect of our research. We after the research, we propose four proposals. The first, we can promote establishment of a normal cooperating and dialogue mechanism between archives authorities and related government agencies, and embed archives work into the overall framework of digital government construction, digital economy development, and digital society construction, and explore the integrated development of archives management, data governance, and information resource management. Second, we can foster a new partnership between archives departments and enterprises, think tanks, research institutes, industry associations, and other social organizations, letting multiple social subjects play a role in the modernization process of the archives governance system and governance capacity. Third, the National Archives Administration led a special operation to recover overseas displaced archives, drawing up a list and the recovery action plan for archives lost to overseas institutions and individuals due to war and other reasons. The fourth carries out specific recovery work through the study and work of international law by the National Archives Administration in conjunction with the National Cultural Heritage Administration, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Supreme People's Court, the Supreme People's Procuratorate, and the Minister of Justice. Welcome to everyone to scan the QR code here and fill the information form to try our MIS platform. And we want to hear a diverse voice about our system, and we expect for more international audience. This is all my presentation today. Thank you all for listening.